Chapter 1. Echoes of Arrival. The heavy clang of the prison gates echoed ominously as Kira stepped into the stark reality of her new life. With each echoing footstep along the cold, concrete corridor, her heart raced, battling the fear that tightened like a vice around her chest. She glanced at the towering walls, their weathered surfaces telling tales of past struggles, and felt a wave of uncertainty wash over her. In her diary, she poured out her feelings, confusion and dread eclipsing hope. "Why am I here?" she wrote, scanning the faces of fellow inmates, each etched with their own stories of despair. Meanwhile, Marcus, a seasoned inmate, mused on his return to the prison after a brief relapse. With ink-stained fingers, he penned reflections of regret, silently vowing to rise above his past. The atmosphere was thick with tension, but beneath it lay uncharted possibilities waiting to unfold. Together, their journeys began, forever intertwined by the bars that surrounded them. Chapter 2. The Weight of Regret. As the days stretch on in the suffocating heat, Kira opens her diary, reflecting on the vibrant life she was forced to leave behind. Memories flood her mind, her family's laughter, the intoxicating scent of fresh paint, and the solace she found in her art. Wrongfully convicted and trapped in this world, she grapples with feelings of injustice that weigh heavily on her heart. Meanwhile, Marcus writes of his tumultuous journey, digging into past shadows. Thoughts of his gang ties and battles with addiction claw at his psyche, reminding him of the dark choices that led him here. Each entry reveals a fragment of his struggle, highlighting the visceral pain of lost potential. Through their writings, both Kira and Marcus confront their regrets head-on, sharing the anguish of lives interrupted. As they navigate the harsh reality of prison life, the seeds of resilience begin to sprout amidst their sorrow. Chapter 3. The Art of Expression. As the oppressive days stretch on, Kira stumbles upon the prison's art club, a bright beacon amidst the gloom. Her first diary entry captures the sounds of pencils scratching on paper, the mingled laughter of fellow inmates, and the aroma of paint, a stark contrast to the cold, gray walls. The club becomes her sanctuary, a place where emotions flow freely and creativity flourishes despite harsh realities. Meanwhile, Marcus remains skeptical. Initially, he watches from the sidelines, dismissing the idea of art as trivial. Yet as Kira shares her sketches, vivid depictions of hope and dreams, he feels a stirring within. Encouraged by her passion, he tentatively picks up a brush, pouring his struggles and memories onto the canvas. With each stroke, the tension between them softens, revealing vulnerabilities hidden beneath layers of hardened exterior. In this shared creative pursuit, they find a lifeline, igniting a spark of hope that spreads throughout their cell block. Chapter 4. Mentorship and Learning. As the days in prison stretch on, the weight of confinement begins to lighten for many inmates under the steady guidance of Old Man Mike. With his weathered hands and kind eyes, he shares stories that bridge generations, recounting a life marked by lost chances and hard-earned wisdom. In the dim light of the common area, younger inmates gather around, drawn not just by his tales, but by the sense of belonging he fosters. Kira watches Mike transform nervous youths into men with purpose, embracing the power of mentorship. His words mold their anxieties into hope, illuminating paths that once felt blocked. For Marcus, Mike's no-nonsense approach cuts through the layers of bravado, stirring a yearning to shed the weight of old identities. Diary entries reveal the burgeoning camaraderie and respect, as Mike emphasizes that survival in prison is rooted not in isolation, but in the strength of community and connection. Chapter 5. A Troubling Partnership. As the days blend into weeks, Kira and Marcus find themselves gravitating toward one another, their shared passion for art creating an unspoken bond. In her diary, Kira reflects on the serendipity of their collaboration on a mural that aims to depict freedom amidst confinement. Initial skepticism lingers for Marcus. The weight of his past holds him back. Yet as they sketch late into the evenings, laughter fills their shared space, dissolving the barriers of distrust. Marcus's first tentative strokes reveal hints of talent buried beneath layers of despair. One evening, under the flickering fluorescent lights, Kira confides about her wrongful conviction, her longing to paint the world one day, free from the shadows of her past. Marcus, in turn, opens up about his family's disappointment, the chains of his gang ties wrapping tightly around his heart. In this sacred space of vulnerability, they begin to weave a tapestry of trust that will uplift them both. Chapter 6: Unity Through Adversity. As spring breathed new life into the prison yard, camaraderie blossomed among the inmates. The art show organized by Kira and Marcus brought an electric energy to the otherwise monotonous routine. Sounds of laughter and excitement filled the air as inmates showcased their artwork, each piece reflecting their struggles, dreams, and reclaimed identities. Kira's acrylic landscapes captured the beauty of the outside world, while Marcus's pieces revealed the chaotic emotions of his past. Their collaboration turned into a powerful statement of resilience, igniting inspiration throughout the cell block. The art show became a sanctuary, allowing inmates to express themselves beyond the confines of their cells. Voices rose in support. Older inmates applauded the younger one's courage. For a brief moment, the harshness of prison life faded away, replaced by a shared sense of belonging. In their art, they found not just individuality, but a collective strength, reminding them of the hope that binds their hearts. Chapter 7: The Calm Before the Storm. The atmosphere inside the medium-security prison feels charged with anticipation as family visiting day approaches. Inmates lean against the cold walls, whispering stories of loved ones and shared memories. Kira scribbles in her diary, capturing her blend of excitement and anxiety, longing for the embrace of her mother and the warmth of family dinners. Marcus sits nearby, reflecting on his own fractured relationships, the weight of his past choices pressing on his heart. As the day draws closer, the soundscape shifts. Hushed conversations, murmurs of hope, and nervous laughter fill the air. Kira and Marcus share a quiet moment, exchanging thoughts about the families they left behind and the dreams lost to their pasts. But an undercurrent of unease lingers, an almost palpable tension that hints at an impending confrontation. The calm moments are fleeting, setting the stage for chaos just around the corner. Chapter 8: Chaos Unleashed. The day began like any other, a routine under the harsh fluorescent lights, but an unspoken tension hung in the air. It erupted suddenly, alarms blared, shouts echoed off the concrete walls, and chaos unfurled like a wild storm. Kira's heart raced as she grabbed her diary, her fingers trembling while words spilled onto the page. "I can't believe this is happening," she wrote, capturing the fear that twisted in her gut. Marcus, adrenaline coursing through him, instinctively pulled her to safety. "Stay close!" he shouted, his voice barely carrying over the tumult. Inmates surged through the corridors, a whirlwind of desperation and rage. Kira paused to help others find shelter, a moment of bravery etched in her mind. Marcus's protective instincts emerged as he navigated the chaos, urging fellow inmates towards what he hoped was safety. The riot was a stark reminder of their fragile existence within the prison walls, a fight for survival igniting bonds forged in turmoil. Chapter 9: Bonds Tested. In the aftermath of the chaos, the prison felt eerily quiet, a stark contrast to the earlier pandemonium. Through diary entries, Kira reflects on her moment of unexpected bravery, her heart racing as she intervened to protect a fellow inmate during the riot. The adrenaline-fueled instincts of survival slowly gave way to profound examinations of trust. Marcus, haunted by memories of his past life, finds solace in supporting others, offering words of comfort and understanding to those shaken by fear. Old Man Mike's wisdom becomes a beacon of hope. He gathers the younger inmates to remind them of their shared humanity in the darkest of times. Together, they process the turmoil, revealing the fragility and strength of their bonds. As the inmates navigate their bruised emotions, they realize that the uncertainty has forged deeper connections among them, transforming fear into a steadfast commitment to one another and igniting a collective desire to heal. Chapter 10: Reflection and Confrontation. As the prison slowly regains a fragile calm, Kira finds solace in her diary, pouring her emotions onto the pages. She reflects on her reckless past, an artist's dreams overshadowed by a wrongful conviction. In her writings, she grapples with feelings of anger and betrayal, but also of hope for redemption. Meanwhile, in the yard, Marcus sits quietly, observing the lingering scars of the riot. He thinks about the gang life that once consumed him and the friendships lost along the way. These moments of introspection bring him face to face with his demons, igniting a desire for change. Their hearts heavy with the weight of their choices, Kira and Marcus find comfort in sharing their thoughts. Amidst shared vulnerabilities, they discover that acknowledging their pain is the first step toward healing. Together, they begin to envision a future beyond the prison walls, daring to believe that transformation is possible. Chapter 11: A New Normal. In the aftermath of the riot, the prison falls into a somber silence, punctuated only by the rattling of cell doors. Restrictions tighten, and the once vibrant community faces isolation and heightened tension. Kira walks the yard, reflecting on the palpable change among her fellow inmates. She notices faces that once glimmered with hope are now shadowed with doubt. Determined to uplift spirits, she organizes art activities in the small exercise yard, a safe space where creativity can flourish amidst despair. As paintbrushes scratch against paper and laughter fills the air, camaraderie weaves its way back into their lives. Marcus joins her, sharing his own sketches, while others contribute their thoughts, creating a tapestry of resilience. Through these shared moments, old friendships are rekindled, and new alliances form. Somehow, in the chaos, they find a sense of purpose, nurturing their dreams and embracing the healing power of community as they navigate their new normal. Chapter 12: The Heart of Hope. Amidst the worn walls of the medium-security prison, Kira busied herself preparing for the much-anticipated art exhibition. Sounds of paintbrushes gliding across canvases melded with soft laughter, filling the once stifling atmosphere with a sense of purpose and belonging. Each stroke of paint on canvas became a vital expression of their struggles, dreams, and newfound friendships. As the inmates gathered for the exhibition, Lara sparked inspiration, rallying support from her fellow inmates to create a piece representing unity. The collective effort birthed a mural that illustrated their journeys, shackles transforming into wings, a testament to their resilience. In this moment, the prison transformed from a place of confinement into a canvas of hope. The vibrant artwork infused life into the bleak surroundings, as applause and encouragement reverberated through the halls, solidifying their bonds and igniting a shared vision of a brighter future beyond the bars. Chapter 13: Looking Forward. As the sun dipped low over the prison yard, casting long shadows on the cracked concrete, Kira sat on a weathered bench, pen poised over her diary. The voices of her fellow inmates blended into a comforting hum, each conversation a tapestry of shared fears and flickering hopes. With her release date looming closer, anxiety churned within her, but so did excitement, an anticipation of the unknown beyond the prison walls. She reflected on the bonds formed in this harsh environment, noting how each portrait painted during their art sessions carried a piece of their collective story. Kira's heart swelled with pride as she recalled the strides they had made, both individually and as a community. Writing fervently, she spoke of dreams, a gallery in a sunny town, laughter with loved ones, and a life unburdened by chains. Hope seeped into every word, a testament to the strength they had nurtured together, readying themselves for a new chapter beyond bars.